SMMA is dead, and there's a new model that everybody is flocking to. And yes, I mean everybody, including Joel Kaplan, Iman Gaji, Sanders Sage, Thomas Kennett, Dylan Wilson, and even Matt Shields himself. And I mean, let's be completely honest with ourselves. SMMA has been dying for the better part of the last 2 years. And I mean, every single prospect has been pitched 1,000 times. Cold DMs are banned. You got to rely on hard closing. Nobody even trusts you. You get objections like there's no tomorrow. You chase prospects 24/7 and hope they might show up to one 30-minute Zoom call. You try and convince people you're different when, let's be honest, you just sell Facebook ads and go high level, and not a single script works. And hey, even Google suggests that SMMA has been dying, and it's probably already dead. But there's something new. There's a new model called the VFGA model. And as a matter of fact, some have been doing it for years now without telling anybody. And this model allows you to build trust without even trying to. Have people begging to jump on calls, pre-sell people before you ever talk to them. You get no objections at all. You have prospects chasing you all over the place, allowing you to focus on serving instead of selling. And you can love what you do. And best of all, you stand out from the crowd easily because you actually fundamentally do something different. However, there's a reason why nobody has told you about this, and there's a reason why you don't even know what this is. And in this video today, I'm going to share with you exactly what this is, why this model is so effective, and how you can use it yourself to make a bunch of money even as a beginner. So let's dive right in. And let's quickly just overview our typical SMMA. You pick a niche based on who has the most money in hopes that you can get rich quick. You make a scammy offer copied from your favorite YouTube guru, but really, it's just selling ads. You harass people 24/7, begging them to buy by using one of the scripts that everybody's already used. You force people to book a call because you're unique and like no one else. You get hit with every objection every single time. You close no clients. You get mad at your prospects or the guru who gave you your script and say, this doesn't work. It sucks, doesn't it? Right? But that's why there's a new model, which is called the VFGA, which is where you pick a niche based on where you have interest. You solve real problems and make innovative solutions. You provide actionable value first to everybody before you even make an ask. You be honest about your intentions. You funnel people into a free community. You give advice. You get objectionless closes. And most of all, you love your life. You change other people's lives. And you work with people who actually respect you. You never got to worry about show-up rates, etc. And you enjoy what you do every single day. Now, doesn't that sound good? It does. And that's because it is good. Hence why all of these guys and myself am doing it as well. So let me share with you how you can actually start your own VFGA. And I guess first we must answer the question, what is a VFGA? It stands for Value First Growth Agency. And the model that it is operated around is one that I created, which is very simple. The purpose is simple. Give value first before you ever make an ask, and have people chasing you using basic human psychology and the rule of reciprocity. Instead of trying to use these scammy tactics everyone tells you to use that 8,000 other people have used on the internet, but use basic fundamental human laws to get people to chase us instead of having us chase them. Wouldn't it be nice if prospects are chasing you, begging you for calls? Well, that's what this model allows you to do. So let me show you exactly how you can start this model, even if you're a beginner from scratch. And I guess first things first, I'll preface this with, if you want my free 2-hour training of exactly how to start this with a complete in-depth guide, join my free community down below, where I will share with you exactly how you can do that. And hopefully, my goal is that you'll like me enough later to join my paid inner circle, which is less than the cost of a Go High Level subscription. Okay. Anyways, now that I got that out the way, you know that I'm selling you something. Not yet, really. Let me give you a value first, then you can pay me. Okay. Let me understand how you can implement this. So, number one. The first step to starting your own VFGA is to understand the premise of which it operates off of. As the name suggests, Value First Growth Agency. The point is to give value first. And like I said before, I run this model. And if you can't already tell, value first. My goal is you're getting value from this video. Value first. Okay, so the premise is value first. You give people something before you ever ask for it. Okay, value first. That is the premise of which this model operates off of. Number two is you pick a niche you love. Instead of trying to pick a niche based on who has the most money, or pick a niche based on what your favorite guru told you, you pick a niche based on who you love working with. So when you wake up in the morning, you don't dread what you do, you actually love it. Okay? Step number 3 is you head to Facebook or ask.com and you start to find real problems that people actually have. Instead of just sitting here and saying that you get people more clients with Facebook ads, which, let's be honest, what problem does it solve? What problem does it solve? Getting clients, that's not a problem. That's an outcome. Getting leads, that's not a problem. That's an outcome. What problem does it solve? You don't know. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna head to Facebook and ask.com to figure out what problem we're actually gonna end up solving. Then, what we're gonna do, since we have no case studies, we're gonna find somebody who has solved this problem before, just so we can get an example. We're then gonna make a mirror board, just like I have here. Okay, you can make it as big or small as you want. Okay, make a mirror board like this, breaking down how they solve the problem. So for example, imagine if you really like contractors, you help contractors, and you find out that contractors have a really hard time accounting or billing insurance. You go find somebody who's helped contractors do that. You then go make a mirror board breaking down exactly how they did that. Then what you do is you go to Facebook or school or Discord or you can even cold call or cold email. Okay, the point is you just got to find people in your niche, and you're then going to start to give them value. Okay, you're going to give them personalized looms, showing them the mirror board, sharing them how they can solve the problem that they have. This is where the model of value first comes from. Now granted, value first is just the model, right? You can still sell whatever you want in the back end, but the point of this model is to give before you get, right? It's to give value first. People start chasing you instead of you chasing them. So that's what the model operates off of, right? So we're going to send personalized Zooms showing the mirror board. Once again, like I said, if you want a full 2-hour breakdown of exactly how to start this own agency yourself, join my free community. You get a full 2-hour training, and you can jump on free coaching calls with me to ask me questions about how you can implement it for yourself. Okay, so just do that to give yourself a bit of an edge, right? Why not? Now, after you have sent personalized looms using the mirror board that you've just created from the problem that you actually know exists, you simply just DM people and ask them if it made sense and if they need more help, right? So if you're doing cold emails, if you're doing now granted, once again, if you're doing cold calls, you can't send personalized looms, and that's fine, because what you're going to do is you're going to book like meetings off the cold call off the premise of trying to give value. So instead of trying to book the cold call to sell them something, you're just say, hey man, leave your credit card at home. I'm not going to pitch you anything. My goal in the first call is just to give you so much value that you like me enough to chat with me again. So leave your card at home, because I won't be pitching you. And that's the frame you want to take with these calls if you're doing some sort of cold outreach, which still works very well for the VFGA, but we just want to make sure we frame it right, because once again, the premise is to give value first, pitch later. Okay, so make it very clear to people that, hey, you're booking this call just to give them value, to help them out with something. Okay, the goal here, once again, is to serve people. It is to help them out first, right? Because fundamentally, people think of sales as taking, but sales is really giving. It's giving people attention. It's giving people education. It's giving people an opportunity. So stop thinking of sales as taking, think of it as giving, and use that model to make a bunch more money. Okay, number 8. Now that you asked them if it made sense, here's where you can convert people into the call frame and say, hey, let me help you implement all this stuff for free, and if you want, I can even do it for you, right? And so if you're even selling a free trial, which you should in the beginning, you should sell a bunch of free trials to get your first initial clients, you're just going to hop on calls with the intent of being like, hey man, I'm going to give this stuff all to you for free, and if you want, I'll even do it for you for free. I'll implement it for you. But the premise of the call is like, I'm going to share you how to do it yourself. Therefore, it doesn't feel like a sales call, because it isn't a sales call. It's a value call. It's where you're actually giving them something, which will increase the amount of calls you book by tenfold, okay? Now, once you've done this, you now get some clients. You're going to gather your initial clients and then gather these case studies. Once you have these case studies, you're going to use these case studies to make content giving value first to everybody. Kind of like exactly what I'm doing right now. I've helped over 600 plus people do this. So if you want to be the 600th one, join the free community. Okay, so you make content just like I'm making right now to give value first to everybody before you ever ask anything of them. Okay, after that, you funnel them into a free community like what I'm doing now. Practice what you preach. All of these gurus will tell you, oh, do this model, and they don't even run it. The model I'm teaching you is literally what I do myself. So if you like this video and you're watching and you think this is kind of cool, it's because this model works. So join the community, alrighty? And then you give more value inside the community, like the free course you can get on how to scale, how to start and scale your own VFGA with a 2-hour entire, video breaking it down. You get free coaching calls with me and a group and network of a bunch of cool guys who are very like-minded and yada, yada, yada. You get the gist, right? And then at the end, you finally have prospects come to you and you get to serve them and actually help them solve real problems they have. That is fundamentally what a VFGA is. So, once again, if you are sick and tired, okay, of having your cold DMs banned, having a prospect tell you that this is the 1,000th time they heard your pitch, okay, you're sick and tired of having to peer pressure people into making a decision and getting hit with every single objection, okay, and trying 500 different scripts, if you're sick of that, right, and you just want to genuinely help people out, okay, you actually just want to help people, and you would rather have people come to you instead of you chasing them, this model is for you, okay? This model is for you. And once again, if you want the full 2-hour training, join my free community, alrighty? But that is why SMMA is dead and why everybody is switching to the VFGA model. It's because they understand that the rule of reciprocity is a basic fundamental law of human nature, which is if you give, you get. And the more you give, the more you get. And so the more value you can give first, the more you're going to get in the back end. And these guys have all done it exceptionally well. So credit to them. And yes, I'm officially claiming that I made up this model, which is Value First Growth Agency, which simply means you give people something before you ever ask. Peace out.